am Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
Okay. Oh, he's added extra now.
Oh, yeah.
And today,
Yes.
we are talking about... What are we talking about?
How do you not know these things? Can single people give marital advice? It's a big question. What's the answer?
I would say yes.
Would you though?
I would. No, I actually would. And so we're going to talk about our points of view.
Yes.
And then we want to hear from you what you think. So I say yes. And the reason why I say that is because there are a lot of single family and friends that you have, that you and your spouse may have, that can see your marriage from the outside better than you can. And so if you have a family member or a friend who happens to be single, but they see you and they see your spouse and they start giving you advice like, look, you're not listening to each other, or hey, you guys are not making each other priority, or hey, you know, whatever, then that's good advice. And you can't get defensive and say, well, you're not married, so you don't know. They know you. And so if you have any single people in your life that can see your marriage, you should listen to what they have to say.
Right, you should at least hear it out.
Yeah.
The second thing that we're going to say to the question of can single people give marital advice, and we say yes, because there are people of different situations, different life circumstances that have led them to being single. That does not discredit or discount them from being able to give good, sound marital advice. There are people who are widowed. There are people who are divorced. There are people who... That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Now, I'm sure there's other circumstances. I'm just saying I can't think of what they are right now. Anyway, my whole point is there are a lot of people in different life circumstances that have great advice. In fact, we actually have a video from my very own beautiful, lovely cousin, Nicole DeShera.
Yeah.
You'll see the video right here. And we will link her business, BFAB by Nicole, in the comments, or in the description. Sorry, in the comments. I want y'all to leave comments. I'm so hungry for you guys to leave comments. But anyway, we did a video with her entitled Life After Divorce. And she talks about how she's learned a lot. And a lot of times you kind of learn something after the effects of divorce have kind of settled in, and you're kind of trying to come back on the mend and kind of trying to regroup and put your life together. You can kind of see different areas that failed, or different areas that you could have done better. And you can also see people who are going along the same track that you were before you got divorced. You're like, oh, don't do that. Exactly. So yeah, you should never discount a person that's been divorced, because they may have a lot of wisdom for you. Absolutely. So my last point is never discount wisdom. It doesn't matter if they know you. It doesn't matter if this is somebody on TV who happens to be single. It doesn't matter if it's just a random person walking down the street and they just want to drop some knowledge on you. If it's wisdom, you should at least consider it. If it sounds like this makes sense, then sit and talk to your spouse and say, hey, someone said X, Y, and Z, and we're dealing with X, Y, and Z in our relationship. What do you think? So it shouldn't matter if it comes from a child, because out of the mouths of babes. It shouldn't matter if it came from someone who's been married 5 times and it all failed. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It doesn't matter where it comes from. What matters is what is being said. And does it apply to you? And so then our last point is, do what works for you. I don't know if we've said that before. Have we? We've said it so many times. You have to do what works for you. Yes. So at the end of the day, we always say, listen and consider all advice. But at the end of the day, you got to do what works for you and your spouse. Absolutely. So whether you're taking marital advice from someone who's single or someone who's married, both parties can give great advice and both parties can give terrible advice.
Yeah.
You have to have enough discernment to figure out what works for you and your spouse, and you guys agree and go on that.
Absolutely.
So we hope you like this video.
Yay!
If you did, give it a thumbs up.
Yes, please.
And please leave comments in the comments section if you did like this video.
Absolutely.
And if you agree or not. Do you think single people of any kind, divorced or widowed, or just single because they've never been married, do you think those people should be giving advice to married folks at all?
Yeah.
Or not?
Let us know.
Let us
Maybe
know.
you got some really great advice for somebody who was single. If you did, leave it in the comment section below.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't already, please.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely.
And we'll check you guys later.
Bye, guys.